Hello everyone, welcome back to Rose Labrina. For the new viewers, please mind my other videos because I can assure you they are great. And don't forget to subscribe and like too. So from now, it will go downhill. The angst is here guys, so be prepared. A lot of you guys asked for the series not to be taken down, so I will gladly accept your request and finish the series. Another short one will be coming on Saturday, so please stay tuned. Thank you for all your support on this channel. I'm sending all my love to my subscribers by making lots of videos to appreciate your support and love. Just for disclaimer, I only own the idea and story of this video. Haikyuu and the characters belong to the author, also the songs, the image, and the video background are not mine. Please also subscribe and like this video, it means a lot for me. And don't forget to do it and hit the bell button. Also, please don't mind the mistakes in grammatical error because English isn't my first language. And now, please enjoy the story. I hope you like it and continue to give your love on this channel.
This is the second part because you guys still want me to continue, so here I go. I promise this will be good. Note, let's pretend Ushijima's birthday was before Oikawa's. Oikawa grew more uneasy. It's near his birthday and Iwaizumi's birthday. Not like any other birthday, this year they will see the red string, the fate's guide, to find their soulmates. It's dreading, he didn't like it at all. I have someone already. Oikawa almost couldn't believe his ears. He asked again to make sure, masking his hurt tone. Idiot, Gagawa. Forget it. Oikawa only watched his best friend walked away. He's hurt, terribly hurt. His lips trembled slightly, he cleared his throat and shouted. Iwa-chan, wait. Oikawa hid his sullen expression, he's the best at it after all. He knew Iwaizumi wasn't thinking about them at all. Not like we were anything to begin with. Oikawa rolled around his bed. He's been mopping all day. He's been thinking about his Iwa-chan, always. He feared that someday Iwaizumi would find his soulmate. Even though they promised not to hide anything if they found their soulmates, it hurts knowing the possibility of it's not him. Oikawa was more worried about Iwaizumi's soulmate than his own. I bet Iwa-chan was never interested in me. He only think of me as his best friend. Oikawa began to sob harder. His birthday is coming near and he didn't want to face it. He's scared if his soulmate was a stranger. More importantly, he didn't want anyone besides Iwaizumi. At school, he couldn't help but to scoff when he saw people holding hands, kissing, and flirting. I bet they won't act like that anymore when they become adult. Usually people became more conscious and tried to find their soulmates. Well, not all people were like this, just mostly. And Oikawa truly hoped Iwaizumi was the later type. His wish got heard, but by devil. Oh, Iwaizumi-san, didn't you have your birthday 2 weeks ago? Oikawa stopped and hid in front of the class. He peeked and tried to see Iwaizumi's expression. Iwaizumi shrugged and huffed. Yeah, so? Have you find them? Oikawa held his breath. With quickening pulse, he braved himself to hear Iwaizumi's answer. He could see his best friend was very troubled, weird, because he thought Iwaizumi was very excited about this. No, and I got no intention to do it. It made his heart stop. Oikawa didn't know whether to feel happy or sorry. What if, just and if, he's Iwaizumi's soulmate? Oikawa quickly shook his head, the chance was too small. Now he felt very giddy, then quickly went in, as if he didn't hear the conversation. I still have a chance. His mood had gotten better since that day. Oikawa went out of his house one morning with a super cheerful expression. He had decided, whoever his soulmate was, he's still going to love Iwaizumi. I hope they'll be good to Iwa-chan too. Oikawa bit his lower lips, hoping to see Iwaizumi's agitated face or something. All this time he's not that oblivious. He knew Iwaizumi was always taking care of him and got a soft spot for him. Oikawa silently prayed that Iwaizumi would reply, like his thought. Nothing, I'll make sure mine to be good to you too. Oikawa's face faltered. He didn't see that coming. Iwaizumi was the type to show everything on his face, so he's very surprised when he saw the man's calm and composed manner. Don't worry, we'll still be best friends. Best friend. All this time Oikawa thought they had something. Well, yeah, they dated a few times with others. But at the end of the day, Iwaizumi was there to comfort Oikawa when he felt sad. He's the first place he went to when he needed someone. So of course, he thought they're more than just best friend. With how gentle and soft Iwaizumi treated him when they're alone. Even those kicks and harsh words Iwaizumi gave him, the man was always the first one rushing when he's hurt. Not to mention how many men he beat into a pulp when they insulted Oikawa. Oikawa knew all this, he's just hiding it, and tried to look ignorant. That day, Oikawa felt really awful. He didn't talk, he didn't laugh, when he's asked he just said that his head hurts. You okay? Oikawa gulped, noticing the worried tone the man used. He mustered up a nod. What's this, Iwa-chan? Finally you care about me. Shitikawa. Iwaizumi huffed. He looked at Oikawa, who hid his head behind his hands on the table. He ruffled the man's hair, making Oikawa jolted awake and blinked. Just tell me if you're sick, idiot. Oikawa's eyes watered, he smiled slightly, and buried his head more. You're so cruel. Huh? Oikawa didn't reply, he's silently enjoying Iwaizumi's soft touch on his head. Not fair, he thought. It's not fair how come Iwaizumi was still caring about him, while thinking about his soulmate. Well, Oikawa didn't know that actually Iwaizumi was only thinking about him. One night before his birthday when he's at home, he went to his mother's room. Mom. Oikawa's mother turned and smiled. What's wrong, Toru? Can't sleep? Come here. Oikawa walked closer and sat beside his mother. What's it like when you met Dad, for the first time? Oh honey, it's very funny actually. Oikawa's mother giggled when she recalled the memory. Huh? Tell me. Well, it's my first day working in that company, your dad was already 3 years working there. We met, but I only asked for a direction, without knowing we're soulmates. Huh? Didn't your bond glow or something like that? Oh, it did, but it's almost not visible, because we're a complete stranger. They said it'll be brighter if you had a deep connection with your soulmate, or if you had known them before. Oh, were you with someone before when you met Dad? Toru, is it about Hajime? Oikawa jolted and looked at his mother in disbelief. No. Why would it be about Iwa-chan? Sure, you're so excited about your birthday, but lately you're getting gloomy. If it's not about Hajime I won't buy it. It's... Alright, yes it's about Iwa-chan. Toru never won against his mother after all. I'm afraid I'll grow apart from Iwa-chan just because of some strangers. I don't want it at all. His mother was giving him a look. Sure, you hate it, because you definitely don't love him, sure honey. Then how about you talk to him? Say it before it's too late. But it's weird, right? I mean we can't change our destiny after all. It's pointless. Oikawa's mother cupped his son's face. Toru, whatever happened in the future doesn't matter, it's your choice now to tell him the truth. At that time, suddenly Oikawa's phone rang, the caller was Iwaizumi. Oikawa looked at his mother hesitantly. Go, you must solve this together. Okay. Thanks Mom. The woman watched his son getting out of her room nervously. She could only pray that the destiny wouldn't be so cruel to the poor child. Iwa-chan? What are you doing in my house this late? Oikawa went out and saw Iwaizumi standing in front of his house. It's not important. Eh? Okay, I'll go back. No. I mean, it's kinda important. It's rare for Iwaizumi to be fidgeting. He looked kinda nervous too. Iwa-chan. Oikawa? Yes. You know, we don't have any practice tomorrow, nor any class, and there's no exam the next day. You got nothing to do, right? They both went silent. Iwa-chan. Are you asking me out? Iwaizumi blushed. Well, I just think that we should celebrate your birthday. Alone. It's a date. Iwaizumi didn't reply, he only looked away with a shyly. Oh my gosh. Iwa-chan asked me for a date. Idiot. Don't be noisy. But Iwaizumi also smiled when he saw Oikawa's bright face. Then. I'll come at 3. Wait Iwa-chan, let's just meet up. Huh. I practically live in front. Geez, that's why. It'll be more like a date that way. Iwaizumi rolled his eyes. Whatever. Okay, it's settled. Let's meet at the city park. Why not the place? Iwa-chan, it's for setting the mood, okay? Fine. Oikawa giggled. He played with his fingers awkwardly and smiled. Then. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Good night Iwa-chan. Night. Oikawa walked into his house. He turned around and met Iwaizumi's stare. Oikawa gave him a big smile, then he quickly went in. That night, when his mother asked what they're talking about for so late, he didn't answer. Time skip. Oikawa hummed as he waited for Iwaizumi. He sat on the bench in the park, swinging his legs back and forth. He deliberately asked Iwaizumi to meet up like this just to mask his expression, if his soulmate truly wasn't his best friend. It's so pretty. Oikawa raised his pinky and watched the little knot on the string. So far, he didn't meet his soulmate yet, and he didn't expect to. He wished that even if Iwaizumi wasn't his destined one, they could still be together. Please, please bind us together. He wasn't very religious to begin with, but for this, he prayed all night. Where's Iwa-chan? He's late. Oikawa? Oikawa brightened up when he heard the man's voice. He looked up and saw two familiar faces. Why are you? Suddenly, his chest felt stuffy and his breath hitched. Oikawa felt sweaty all of a sudden. It's suffocating. He squinted as he saw his pinky glowed bright red. You got to be kidding me. Right then, he met his soulmate. The situation was far from how he imagined. Oikawa was thinking maybe he'll have a romantic setting with Iwaizumi, then they'll laugh it off and stay together forever. Oikawa watched the men with a very shocked face. The string on his finger was tied to the figure standing not far from him, who also looked very confused. He almost couldn't believe his eyes. My soulmate is Ushiwaka.
That's all for this part 2. Don't forget to turn on the notification on my channel for the next video. Please subscribe and like the video if you haven't done it yet. See you in the next video.